My fiancé cheated on me with my bridesmaid. I sent everything to his family and ruined his life. I found out 3 weeks before the wedding. My phone died and I grabbed Bryce's to check the venue's address. 6 months of texts with my bridesmaid Candace. Photos, videos, detailed plans to ghost me right after the honeymoon once they secured the wedding gifts and cash. She was literally helping him pick out my engagement ring while sleeping with him behind my back. I sat on our bathroom floor reading for 2 hours. My hands were shaking so badly I could barely scroll. The messages went back to the day after he proposed. Candace's first text to him was, "Congratulations on your free wedding planner, LOL." But the worst part wasn't the cheating. It was how they talked about me. They'd screenshot my excited texts about cake tastings and dress fittings, then send them back and forth with crying laughing emojis. Candace sent him photos of herself trying on her bridesmaid dress with captions like, "Can't wait to stand next to that cow at the altar." Bryce responded, "Just 3 more weeks of pretending, then we're free." They made bets on how long I'd cry when he left. She guessed 2 weeks. He said a month. The winner got to pick their first vacation destination with my honeymoon fund money. There was a whole thread about my weight, about how I let myself go after we got engaged. Candace said I'd probably eat my feelings with the leftover wedding cake when he dumped me. Bryce sent back a gif of a crying pig. I wanted to scream, throw up, set everything on fire. But instead, I closed the phone, put it back exactly where I found it. For 2 weeks, I played the perfect excited bride. I confirmed final payments with vendors, smiled through dress alterations, had lunch with Candace where she held my hand and told me how lucky I was to marry Bryce. Meanwhile, I was downloading everything. Every text, every photo, every voice message where they mocked my voice. I organized it all into a folder labeled Wedding Memories. The rehearsal dinner was 2 days before the wedding. I sat next to Bryce while he gave this beautiful speech about finding his soulmate and forever. Candace sat across from us, dabbing her eyes with a napkin, playing the emotional best friend. Under the table, they were texting. I saw her phone light up. "Her dad's speech is making me want to vomit." Bryce wrote back, "Almost over. Then we celebrate for real." That night, Bryce kissed me goodnight and whispered, "3 more days, baby. I can't wait to marry you." I whispered back, "Me neither." The morning of the wedding, I woke up at 5 a.m. I got ready alone, did my makeup, put on jeans and a t-shirt, then I drove to the venue. The coordinator was already there setting up. I told her there was a change of plans, handed her a USB drive, and very specific instructions. She looked confused, but I'd already paid her an extra $500 to not ask questions. I left my dress hanging in the bridal suite, my rings on the counter, and drove away. When guests started arriving at 2 p.m., everything looked normal. The flowers were perfect, the chairs were arranged, the screens that were supposed to show our love story slideshow were ready to go. At 2:30, instead of ceremony music, those screens started playing. A 12-minute supercut of everything, screenshots of texts in chronological order, photos they'd sent each other. Voice messages played through the speaker system where Candace called me the placeholder and Bryce laughed. His parents were in the front row. Her parents 3 rows back, his grandmother, my family, our co-workers, 200 people watching in complete silence as their phones lit up with my mass text, "Weddings canceled. Thanks for coming. The bar's still open. Drinks on Bryce." I wasn't there to see it. I was already at the airport with my actual best friend Sophie. The tickets were already in my name because I handled all the travel planning, so transferring them was easy. I boarded a flight to Bali using the honeymoon tickets I'd moved to our names. Bryce's credit card paid for the upgrades. The messages started flooding in around hour 2 of the flight, right before takeoff. My mom, "Oh, honey, I'm so sorry," but also so proud. Bryce's brother, "I punched him. Just thought you should know." My cousin. Candace's mom dragged her out by her hair screaming. It was insane, but the one that made me cry was from Bryce's mom. She called me sobbing. "Not for him, but because of him. Thank you," she said. "Thank you for not wasting one more day on my son. I raised him better than this. I'm so sorry. You deserved so much more." She Venmo'd me $5,000 the next day with a note for the honeymoon he ruined. Bryce tried calling 67 times from different numbers. I blocked every single one. Candace sent a novel of a text saying I overreacted and ruined her reputation. I sent back one line, "You ruined it yourself. I just pressed play." I spent 2 weeks in Bali. Bryce spent 2 weeks on his friend's couch after his parents kicked him out. Last I heard, he's selling the wedding gifts online to pay back his family.